have Victoria from Faith Community Church, and then on deck is Sterling from Belton AG.
Jesus said, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. For me, when I was in 6th grade, I really struggled with that because I was in class with this girl named Cindy. She really knew how to be rude. And she'd ignore me a lot, and sometimes she would be just really rude and hurtful with her words, and she really knew how to hurt people. Have you ever had somebody in your life like that that is just really frustrating to be in the same room with them, and you feel like this is not even, why are you speaking? One day when I was reading my Bible in 6th grade, I came across that passage, to love your enemies and to pray for those who persecute you. And I ignored it for a while. But even though I did, I knew that God wanted me to forgive and to love Cindy. It took a lot of time, but as I began to see her through God's eyes, my perspective changed. I saw things I didn't see before. She was living with her grandma, and her parents weren't really involved in her life. And those friends that she did have, quote friends, would gossip about her behind her back. And by the end, I began to try to forgive her by myself, on my own, but I couldn't get there. By the end of the year, I had partially forgiven her, but I still was offended, I still saw her as the source of a lot of hurt and rejection that I had gone through. Fast forward 4 years to 10th grade. By then, my relationship with God had deepened, and most of the hurt had healed because I'd had time away from her. And God had softened my heart. And in September, I was thinking about my 16th birthday. I was so excited. And I was thinking about it, and I was trying to decide what I wanted to do for my party, and I was real excited. I was just elated. And one day, I was praying, and God reminded me of something. He said, you and Cindy have the same birthday. This is her 16th birthday, too. And I thought, oh, yeah, Cindy. I haven't thought about her in a while. Why'd you have to bring her up when I was having such a good time? And he told me, she doesn't know that she's loved. Love has been lavished on you all your life. You don't know anything different. And I want you to share some of that love that you've received with her. I want you to write her a birthday card, and in it, I want you to tell her how much I love her. And by this time, I was more receptive to God, so I was thinking, okay, it sounds doable. Anything else? And he said, yes, I want you to put X amount of dollars in the card. I have to admit, even though I had, submitted myself to God and I felt peace about doing it, I still felt a little awkward. And if I hadn't been positive that God wanted me to do it, I would not have done it, believe me. I wasn't able to give the card to her herself because she went to another school, so I gave it to her cousin. And when I handed her the envelope, I could sense that the forgiveness process was finished. And I knew that the baggage I had carried for a long time from hurt and rejection I went through at school had been just kind of taken off of me. And as I let God lead me now, I'm learning how to see the way He sees and to love people the way He loves people. In the process, I've finally been able to forgive her and to love her and to release her into God's hands. But I wasn't compelled by my love. My love never would have needed to come to me. I was compelled by His love. And along the way, God healed me and He freed me to live and love and become the person He wants me to be. Is there a Cindy in your life? Maybe your Cindy has hurt you worse than mine. We all have one at some time or another. The question is, how can you allow God's love to lead you and heal you and flow through you? Is it writing a letter? Is it choosing not to gossip? Is it talking to someone you haven't seen in maybe years? Is it just choosing to believe the best? How is God's love compelling you to act right now? Can you imagine the impact we as the church would have upon the world if we would let ourselves see the way God sees and be able to love people the way He loves people? Can you envision how many people would see God's love in action for the very first time? I challenge you. The next time you feel compelled by God to do something specific for someone, do it. Yes, it might be inconvenient at the time, but watch what happens when you step out in obedience. You can bet He's up to something. I'm going to close in prayer. Thank you, Lord, for your love. Thank you for loving us with a love that endures long, is patient and kind, is ever ready to believe the best of every person, and that endures everything without weakening. Lord, help us to be able to see people the way you see people, and to love people the way you love people. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.